A presentation by Tombari Erebari. Class JSS2. Subject Mathematics. Topic Finding factors and highest common factor of algebraic terms. Objectives. At the end of today's lesson, students should be able to define factors, common factors, and highest common factor of algebraic terms. 2. They should be able to solve problems involving factors and highest common factor of algebraic terms. What are factors? Factors of a number are unique numbers which divides a given number exactly without a remainder. Examples: we have the number 12, and factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. These are unique numbers because they are the numbers that divide into the number 12 without a remainder. They also multiply themselves to give you 12. For instance, we have 1 multiplied by 12, 12, 2 multiplied by 6, 12, and 3 multiplied by 4, 12. So you can see they are all unique numbers. So we have the next example for AB, and factors of for AB are 1, 2, 4, A, B, to A, for A, to B, for B, AB, to AB, and for AB. These are factors. These are unique factors that can divide into the number for AB without a remainder. For instance, where we have AB, don't forget 1 or A in algebra represents 1, just a letter. So where we are having AB, they denotes 1, and we have 2AB, which is 2 of AB. So they are all factors of for AB. The next point we have is highest common factor, HCF. Highest common factor is the biggest or the highest factor in the set of common factors. And what are common factors? Common factors are those factors of a given set of numbers that are common. Example, we have the number 8 and 12. To get the common factors of these numbers, we'll first list out all the factors of each of these numbers. And we have the factors of 8 to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. These are unique numbers that can divide into 8 without a remainder. They can also multiply themselves to give you 8. And factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. These are also unique numbers because there are other numbers that cannot divide this number 12 without a remainder. Now, to get our common factor, we take a close look at all the factors. Which number appear in both numbers? Those are common factors. And if you look at it closely, you observe that the number 1 appears in both 8 and 12, which make 1 a common factor. The number 12 also appear in both 8 and 12, which make it common. And we have the number 3 as a factor of 12, but 3 is not a factor of 8. Therefore, 3 is not a common factor because it appears only in what? 12. Now let's move to the next number, 4. We have 4 as a factor of 8 and also as a factor of what? 12. Therefore, 4 is a common factor of 8 and 12. Now we have 6 as a factor of 12, but 6 is not a factor of 8. So 6 is not a common factor. We can't get it, we can't take it. The next number, 8, it also appears in 8, but it's not in 12. So 8 is not a common factor. 12 is not also a common factor because 12 is not a factor of 8. So those numbers that find themselves in both numbers are the common factors of 8 and 12. Therefore, the highest common factor, which is the highest factor in the set of common factor, is 4. You can look at it, you can see it. So, among the common factors, which one is the highest? The highest common factor is 4. Therefore, the highest common factor of 8 and 12 is what? 4. Problems involving factors and highest common factor of algebraic terms. Example: find the factors and then the highest common factor of 10pqr and 15pq squared. This can be done in 2 ways, especially when it comes to finding highest common factor. One of the methods is by expressing the numbers, each of the numbers or each terms as a product of prime factors, and another can be done using factor method. First, we'll be looking at finding highest common factor by expressing each term as a product of prime factors. We have 10pqr factors. Expressing it as a product of prime factor, of course you all know that when expressing numbers in this form, we use prime numbers. Starting from the least prime number, we have 2. 2 divided into 10 5 times. Then we have our pqr. Another prime factor of 5 is 5. 5 divided itself, we have 1, and then we have pqr. Another factor is p. Following it alphabetically, we have p. P divided itself, we have 1, then we are left with qr. Q, as a common factor, we have q divided itself 1, and we have r left. R also divides itself to give us 1. Then looking at 15pq squared, the prime factor of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and so on. Then using the least prime factor of 15, we have 3, because 15 is not divisible by 2, so we'll move to the next prime factor, which is 3. 3 divided into 15, we have 5, and 5 divided into 5, we have 1. Then pq squared comes down. Then we have p into p, 1, and we are left with q squared. Q into q, we have 1 q left, and q into q, we have 1. Then we multiply the prime factors out, and we have 10 pqr to be equal to 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by p multiplied by q multiplied by r, and we have 15 pq squared. Multiplying the factors out, we have 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by p multiplied by q multiplied by q. Then we pair them. By pairing, we look at the number that appear in both. Then we have 2 and 10, but 2 is not in 15. We have 5 in 10 and also 5 in 15. So 5 is common. We'll pick 5. Then another factor that appear in both is p. We'll pick p out, and we also have q. Then here we have one of the q left, because in 10 pqr we have just 1 q. So pairing them, the one that is common, we have 5 p and q, and when we multiply them out, we have our highest common factor to be 5 pq. Method 2, using factors. We have factors of 10 pqr to be 1, 2, 5, 10, p, q, r, 2p, 5p, 10p, 2q, 5q, 10q, 2r, 15r, 10r, pq, 2pq, 5pq, 10pq, and we also have pqr, 2pqr, 5pqr, and 10pqr. Factors of 15pq squared are 1, 3, 5, 15, p, q, 3p, 5p, 15p, 3q, 5q, 15q, pq, 3pq, 5pq, and 15pq. Common factors. Factors that appear in both 10pqr and 15pq squared are 1, 5, p, q, pq, 5p, 5q, and 5pq. Now looking at the common factors, which of them is the highest factor? The highest among them is 5pq. Therefore, the highest common factor of 10pqr and 15pq squared is 5pqr. Looking at these two methods, if you follow them carefully, you notice that you arrive at the same answer, the same figure as our highest common factor. Having gone through the lesson on finding factors and highest common factor of algebraic terms, let's quickly remind ourselves. So, what do you understand by the word factors? 2. What are common factors? 3. Describe highest common factor. 4. Determine the factors, common factors, and highest common factor of 6FG and 12FGH. In summary of our lesson for today on factors and highest common factor of algebraic terms. Factors are unique numbers which divides a given number exactly without a remainder. 2 common factors. These are those factors of a given set of numbers that are common. Highest common factor is the highest number or the biggest factor in the set of common factors. As you go home today, I will encourage you to go through the lesson again. Thereafter, you determine the factors, common factors, and highest common factor of the following algebraic term. Number 1, we have 16GH and 9G. 2, 12FGH, 18FG, and 24F. Thank you. See you in our next lesson.